give them the numbers to the office.
Good.
Some of these adults, they're not too familiar with the texting.
With the texting and that type of thing, definitely.
So they depend on the grandchildren or maybe the children
right.
to at least help them out in a situation like this. You see? So I'm happy to know that people not really enjoy the program, in inverted commas. What they're trying to imply is that they really understood what was happening with rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes, good, good, definitely.
Right? So last week you promised you're going to continue this week. I don't know if you have changed that, so you let me know.
No, definitely we're going to continue because, I mean, rheumatoid arthritis is a very debilitating disease. It is a disease that affects millions, hundreds of millions of persons around the world. And when people have really, I mean, so it's something that we need to address, you know. The question is, of course, the why, the what. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to the listeners and to the new listeners. You know, let me just give a brief introduction as regards to who I am, what I stand for. Well, Dr. Jason Batson. My qualification, I hold a bachelor's in holistic health science, a master's in health science, and a PhD in natural and integrative medicine. And all of those are from the International Quantum University of Integrated Medicine in Hawaii. I also have a lot of experience, clinical experience in clinical nutrition and diet ethics. So I could provide diets for various persons, kidney, persons who have problems with cardiovascular challenges, lungs, that kind of thing. You realize my teeth is much better, but the teeth is still there. I have my extraction. On Monday. So that's why I'm still talking when, like, if my mouth is full and I cannot enunciate as I would like. Yeah, the most frustrating. I was always taught to speak well. And, you know, DJ Mamu, I remember when I met you starting on the radio, you know, you had given me some classes. So I know the importance of proper enunciation. So do bear with me.
As a matter of fact, Doctor, the tongue is a very important part of your mouth.
Yes, correct.
It helps you to enunciate properly.
Correct.
And have proper pronunciation of words.
Correct.
Because actually the tongue directs the flow of air into your system for you to speak well.
Correct. See? And this wisdom teeth on the lower right, he just obstructing the tongue right now. Right now, he just doing something he's not supposed to do. But Monday, God's willing, he will be out of there. Yeah, so as I was saying, so in terms of, you know, I have a lot of experience in live nutritional blood cell analysis, which I have done for over 10 years in various countries, Barbados, the Caribbean, the US, that type of thing. So as a result of that, my skill set with diagnostics is very good. Bar none, I tell people. So I wanted to understand who you're dealing with. And as it relates to arthritis, you know, we need to really help persons because as I was explaining last week, arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis is actually parasite in your bones. Now, the thing is, when people sit down and hear that and listen to that, it might sound frightening, it might sound impossible, it might sound illogical to a lot of persons, but think about it. Keep in mind that the most amount of digestion takes place where? In the small intestines. There is a condition known as leaky gut. And a lot of persons have leaky gut situations, leaky gut syndrome and that type of thing, where holes, you have a lot of large holes in the intestines. And as a result of that, those holes leave, pathogens rather, leave the intestines, go into the bloodstream, and then from the bloodstream, it goes into the musculoskeletal system. So you're going to go into your bones. Now, the thing is, when that happens, you have to understand these are living organisms, but they are parasitic organisms. So it means they're not giving you anything in this relationship. This relationship is one-sided. They're going to steal all your nutrients, and then they're actually going to excrete in your bones. So think about that. And that is where the swelling and the pain and all these things come from. And it is referred to as inflammation or inflammatory response. When you really understand what inflammation is, as I had done an in-depth explanation last week, you will realize that with inflammatory response, you have inflammatory chemicals that are produced in the body. You have cytokines, you have prostaglandins, and a whole other different type. Now, as it relates to these inflammatory chemicals, they are going to now create more inflammation in the body. And as a result of that, the body is in a situation where it is now in a situation that is conducive for disease to flourish. And that's what we need to work on. So you have to understand that, and that's what we do at Batson and Associates. So those of you who have the situation where you're actually immobile, or it is very difficult for you to move, we have a solution for that. We're not performing surgery on you, so we can do an over-the-phone consultation. We could do an online consultation. Those of you may have your grandchildren or your children who could actually set up the Zoom and be there with you, or someone to take the call, because all we need to know is have the pertinent information to help you. What is pertinent information? We need to know, well, of course, your name, address, age, but most importantly, we need to know the medication that you're on. Because that we have to be responsible in what it is we're doing. We have to know if you have any allergies. Maybe based on your religious persuasion, there are certain things that you do not partake of. So even though all our products are vegetarian, gelatin, we do not use gelatin from bovine, but we may carry products that may have shell food. So if you're maybe a Seventh-day Adventist, or you may have allergies to shell food, you cannot use it. We may carry certain types of fish oils, and then depending on the type of fish it is, it may be in obstruction of your religious persuasion and that type of thing. A lot of our products are kosher as well as halal, because we do cater to a lot of persons in the Muslim community, as well as persons who are Hindus and that type of thing. So that information is just valuable to us in order for us to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's with you. That's very important. Okay, so that's something you need to pay attention to. As it relates to, so that is something you could do. You could do a consultation if it is that you cannot come to the office. Because the fortunate thing is that we have a lot of persons that we would have worked with, and these persons were able to come and see us afterwards, but we would have done the consultation before for them. The driver or some family member would have picked up their prescription with their products, their supplements, and they would have started it. And most importantly, they would have gotten results that they were actually able to come and visit the office. And that to me is good news. I don't believe in keeping back people. I believe in trying to be as effective and efficient as possible. And that means that if you cannot come to the office, there is a way for us to get your information. You're living in the US, that is not a problem. You're living in Canada, that is not a problem as well. We have communication. We live in a world now where communication is paramount. Paramount communication. You could look, I'm seeing DJ now. DJ Mamu's seeing me. DJ Mamu is somewhere in Central. I'm in the North. We could talk when you're doing FaceTime and WhatsApp call with your family, all in the US, wherever they are. So we have reached a stage in this world where we have to use technology to our advantage. Why are you saying down home suffering and saying, well, when I get a chance, I'll go to Trinidad to see Dr. Batson? So suppose you take a year to reach Trinidad, you know what problems you will have? Suppose you're living down south and you can't walk as you like, so you'll wait until somebody to carry you and to get a wheelchair. No, you're wasting time, man. You're wasting good time. So that's to help you to understand. Let us try and be as efficient and effective in what we need to do. Okay, so you can feel free to give us a call or visit. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Annie Grant. She's on Facebook. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. Miss Annie Grant says, good afternoon here again. Thanks for all the free information. God bless you. Honeybay says, good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, Shakil, staff and viewers. Yeah, let me see. There's some additional information here. You know I must pass through and send me love. Yes, Honeybay, thank you so very much. Miss Jen Bree says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. And of course, our friends on Instagram, let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Cornelius de la Hennessy, Miss Wendy, Miss Wendy, Miss Chantel. Yeah, people Instagram always have some interesting names. The real J Jamel has joined us. Tash Apt, Wiki Sincerity, Julia Dominique has joined. Jackie Sami, Ja 8 has joined us as well. Priscilla Trisha has joined. Yes. So, and of course, we are live on YouTube. We are Batson Associates Trinidad. Good. So you can feel free to give us a call. Pleasant good afternoon to Ms. Josie Smith as well. She says, good afternoon to you, Dr. Batson and Associate. I am here again. It's a pleasure to have you. And, keep in mind too, guys, those of you who are listening, who may be hearing us, Miss Joan Williams Roach. She said yes, Joan W. Roach. President, good afternoon to you as well. You know, share the live, share the when we get the link with the notification, share that as well, because we discussed so many different things. Depression, I had a really good program earlier today where I discussed the depression and anxiety and insomnia, big issue, especially among young people. Now we talk about stress, which affects a lot of persons. So the information is always pertinent, but the thing is, you have to keep in mind a lot of persons would want to deal with something that affects them per se. Okay? I'm going to touch a bit on immunity in a little bit lower down, because we know what's going on with COVID right now. There's a really bad influenza virus going around as well. A lot of persons getting sick and it's affecting your lungs, joint pain, persons having problems with diarrhea, that type of thing. So you need to build your immunity. That's very, very, very important. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon, to Miss Michelle Digans. Hi, good evening. Good afternoon, Miss Digans. Good. So with this particular situation with arthritis, what do we carry at Batson & Associates? What could you use? So let's say you're planning on coming to the office, you want a consultation, you want to start something. What could you start to help? The first thing I would advise you to use is the Alkagen water. Why? Miss Josie Smith, she said, I'm sharing and spreading the news. Thank you so very much. Why Alkagen water? Because you need to hydrate. The problem with most people is that they do not drink sufficient amount of water. Agua. Water is your body's 70% water, and I think that in itself is the whole explanation there. No beverage could replace water. None. No soft drink, no juice, no tea, no coffee, no water. Very, very important. And we carry a premium alkaline water called Alkagen water, which is basically designed to help with a number of things. Because of the pH, which stands for percentage hydrogen, it means that that water is actually going to help in alleviating or helping with a lot of pain. It's going to help to detoxify the body as well. It will naturally detoxify the body. It will help with your kidney. It will help with your liver. It will help with your bones, which is what you want to help with. You don't want to be in pain. How much painkillers you could take? Do you know that painkillers are very dangerous to the human body? They significantly affect the central nervous system. Well, it wreaks havoc on your stomach. So that's something that you need to pay very close attention to as well. In addition to that too, when you're looking at so with that, you're looking at the inflammation formula after the Alkagen water or with the Alkagen water. Why? Because inflammation formula is just that it helps the body deal with inflammatory response. So it means that pain, swelling in your knees, pain in your back, this just the swelling. Swelling is also an indication of dehydration, poor circulation in the body. Good, so that's something that you need to pay. It's also an indication of kidney, but a lot of people, for your foot to be swelling, kidney had to be really, really bad. And most of the time, that's not the case. It has a lot to do with poor circulation. Good. So feel free to give us a call or visit. Those of you who are overseas, you can give us a call on 1-868. That's 1-868-373-2388. Again, that's 373-2388. Okay. Our number for the Chaguanas office. Chaguanas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. Again, that's 220-8113. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon again to Ms. Michelle Ligan. She says, what do you have to help back? Oh, you meant fat. You mean to help. Okay. So that message you send Ms. Ligan, you need to look at that. It says, what do you have to help? I think it's belly fat you're talking about. Miss Anne-Marie Simpson, good evening to you. Good afternoon to you, sorry. Michelle Ligan says, what use to speed up metabolism if it is slow? Oh, okay, good. If you have a slow metabolism, you need to address your liver, your kidney, colon. I would recommend Santulan, 7-channel detox, but keep in mind that you should be drinking your body weight divided by 2 in ounces where water is concerned. Very, very important. So if you weigh 150 pounds, 160 pounds, half of that is 80, you should have 80 ounces of water for the day minimally. If you're not doing that, you're going to be in a lot of problems. You have to fix that situation. And then you can actually, or along with that, you could use the inflammation formula. There's a product we carry called Omega, but it is Omega with astaxanthin. It is different from the regular Omegas, but the only difference with that, it is shell food. So if you are allergic to shrimp, crab, lobster, you cannot use that. And if your religious denomination is Seventh-day Adventist and you are practicing Seventh-day Adventist, then you would not want to use that, or you shouldn't want to use that. So those are the only two restrictions where that is concerned. We also carry a product known as Optimizer. Joint Tea is also very good as well, because Joint Tea helps significantly in assisting with the joints, the bones, that tightness, pain in your knees, legs, that type of thing. Okay, so let me pass you over to DJ Mamu, who is going to give you the WhatsApp. If you have any questions that you want to ask about Batson and Associates, if you want a consultation, you are overseas and you want us to help you. The program is interactive, so take advantage of the interactive aspect that you have to utilize.
Dr. Jason Batson on DJMamuRadioTT.com discussing your health, your wealth. It's important, listeners, that you check on your health, because we want you around for a very long time to be part of this radio listenership. The number to call, if you'd like to call in your questions, 337-2287, 337-2287. Or if you prefer, WhatsApp, 868-337-2287. For the international listeners, just use 1-868-337-2287, and we get your signal directly to studio, and doctor will answer your question or questions. If you are shy, like some of our listeners, you can send WhatsApp messages, and I'll read it out for the doctor to answer your question on WhatsApp. To all international listeners logged on at this time on DJMamuRadioTT.com, thank you very much. This is a very important program every Thursday from 2 to 3, where we have seasoned Dr. Jason Batson. This is his 14th year operating in Trinidad. He's a born, bred, well-fed citizen of this country, Trinidad.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to find out about his citizenship, it's right here.
Right here, Barataria, born and bred.
Born and bred, well-fed in Barataria.
Yes.
Right. So it's over to you, Doc.
Yes, definitely. So feel free to, message us, contact us. If you join our social media, or those of you who can, you will be able to send your messages there as well. And keep in mind that telephone number. You can also WhatsApp for Batson and Associates. Our WhatsApp is 314-9975. Again, that's 314-9975. And, you're going to get some really good information, and we'll of course be able to help you. Okay. Let me say, as it relates to what we're discussing with the arthritis. So whether you have osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, you have joint pain, back pain, waist pain, knee pain, any kind of pain, we can help you with that at Batson and Associates. One of the things I wanted to expand on a bit too, people might ask the question, what type of medicine we practice at Batson and Associates? And myself, I'm the senior medical director. I have other consultants that work with me, Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Rene Bastamante, and Mr. Stefan Vialva. And they actually form the whole part of the consultation team. Our aspect of medicine is primarily integrative medicine and internal medicine. What does that mean? It simply means that it's a matter of not necessarily dealing with your symptomology only, but really addressing the root cause of the problem in the body. And it means that you could have 10 persons with diabetes, and all 10 persons have 10 different reasons why they are diabetic. That in itself creates even a greater awareness as regards to what you need to do in correcting the root issue. If you push down 100 dominoes that are close together, you all know how these dominoes work. Which domino do you pick up first? You can't pick up the last domino. All the other dominoes is resting on the last domino. You have to pick up the first domino. So the same applies when you're dealing with a health issue. You need to address the first domino of your issue, because that is you have to address the root cause of the problem. Very, very important. Okay, so with that being said, you can give us a call, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, any problem with joint pain, diabetes. I know weight loss is very prevalent now, especially for those of you who may be in the carnival situation, or you want to play mass, whatever the case may be, and you want to lose weight. So Santulan is a product that will help you. We also have a tea called Oolong tea, which is basically designed to help with weight loss. We also have digestive balance, which also helps with weight loss as well. That actually helps with the digestive system. So you can feel free to give us a call or visit as regards to that. Ms. Michelle Ligan says, what do you have to back up? What do you have for a backup in the colon on the right side, plus myoma on belly button? What do you recommend? The thing is, if you have backup in the colon, that person have serious digestive problem. First thing, you need to look at your hydration. You're not drinking enough water. So I would suggest the Alkagen water. I would suggest you, once you're drinking water properly, your body weight divided by 2 ounces for the last month, then you graduate to the Santulan, that 7-channel detox that cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. And in doing that, you would actually be able to start to get some ease up, start to get some results. So that is the inflammation formula will also help you as well in that particular situation. Okay, let me say a pleasant good afternoon again. Keep in mind, we are live on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. Our head office number for Shoguana's number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsamut Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. And Tobago, which is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago, that number is 226-4553. Keep in mind, we do have road delivery available as well. And you can message the office, call the office on 314. And if you call any one of the numbers for delivery, you'll get through, right? But in terms of WhatsApping, it's 314-9975. Again, that's 314-9975. For international consultation, you can get us on 868, that's 868-373-2388. Again, that's 1-868-373-2388. Someone is asking about, what do you have for skin problems? Psoriasis. Psoriasis has a lot to do with toxic buildup, especially people who have worked in chemicals, oil and gas, people who are hairdressers, auto mechanics, straighteners and painters, those type of people. They actually have a significant issues with psoriasis because of how it affects the liver, the kidney, that type of thing. So let me help you to understand something. One of the things we carry at Batson & Associates for psoriasis is the silver with the mineral formula. And as I said, later on, I'm going to deal with immunity. Now, silver is one of the most potent natural antibiotics in the world. Potent, very potent. What it actually does, it helps to boost your immune system naturally. It is antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial. The good thing about it, it does not affect tissue, and it does not affect the healthy bacteria in the intestines. So that is something that you need to pay very close attention to, and it would assist in that particular situation. Ms. Grace Williams, a pleasant good afternoon to you. She says, what's the benefits of the oolong tea? Oolong is for weight loss. It's very good for diabetes. It is very good. It actually builds your blood count. It's a very good tea. I like it a lot. It's very strong, very potent tea. It helps with weight loss, especially around the belly fat. We also have pu'er. Pu'er is a very good tea. Pu'er actually helps with diabetes. It helps with hypertension. It helps with the central nervous system. So it actually helps you sleep better. What I like about that tea is very well-rounded in terms of a number of things that it would actually deal with in the body. Okay, Jenbury says, since he was small, he has this problem. The skin problem. Yeah, well, it just means that his skin was bad from young, high levels of inflammatory response. It's amazing now how many children we're seeing a lot of issues with. I mean, I dealt with a 13-year-old with severe depression, severe. It was terrible. You would think, what is a 13-year-old child doing with depression? But it comes back down to, what you're putting in the body. And the thing is, a lot of these children now, I've seen DJ Mamu is actually drinking his water excellent. He's making sure and hydrate himself, remain hydrated. A lot of these young people don't drink water. They really, really do not drink water properly. And as a result of that, you find that they end up in a lot of problems. Okay, so that's
Doctor, I believe we have a call on the line.
We do? Okay.
Yes, just check this here to make sure. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, are you there, caller? Doctor, are you hearing this person?
I'm hearing, yes. Right.
Yes. Go right ahead.
You're a what person? She's there still or we lost her?
No. Caller, can you repeat what you asked a while ago?
She has a hiatus hernia, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So as a result of that, you're having a problem with acid reflux?
Yes.
Yeah, because once you have a hiatus hernia, that's what it does. There are things that we do for that. And there's a recommendation that I could give for you as well. We carry a product called Digestive Restore, which is very good for that. But you need to, you're calling from Trinidad or you're overseas?
Yes, Trinidad, yes.
Okay, good. So what I suggest you do is there's a product we carry called Digestive Restore and the Alkagen water. I would suggest if you could get that, you could start it. We'll give you instruction as to how to start it. And I'm going to give you a number for a chiropractor. Now, here what I'm telling you, a chiropractor, a hiatus hernia has to do when the esophagus sphincter, it remains open. So the esophagus sphincter is the door that closes off the esophagus from the stomach. But with a hiatus hernia, the door doesn't close, it remains ajar. So it remains slightly open. And that stomach acid regurgitates and comes up in the esophagus. And that causes a lot of problems. But I've treated a lot of people with that problem and they don't have it again. So, as I said, what you can do, if you could contact the office, I don't know which office is better for you, Chaguanas, Davis, St. James, or Tobago, but then I will be able to give you some recommendation and correct that situation. Which office?
Well, I live at Konopie.
Okay, Konopie. So, Chaguanas office will be good for you. Okay, good.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so what you could do, you could contact the Chaguanas office and let them know, and we could actually do a consultation and we could correct that situation for you. Because that's a very uncomfortable problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay.
All right, my dear.
All right, thank you. And for the benefit of the callers, when you do get online, please do not use your speaker to listen to what is happening with the conversation because it's going to cause unnecessary feedback. So what you do is like a normal phone conversation where you speak on the phone and you have the top piece to the air and listen like a normal phone conversation. So it wouldn't affect you not hearing clearly what the doctor is saying to you. Doc, you wanted to add something more to the question from the lady?
Oh, yeah. What I'm saying, that's an excellent question. I'm glad.
Actually, 1 second. I think I'm getting another call.
Okay.
1 second. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm calling from London.
From London in the house. Pleasant good afternoon to you, my dear. How could I?
Yes, Josie Smith is usual, Dr.Batson.
Oh, Josie Smith, is this?
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm well.
Right.
I'm well. Healthy and well.
Okay. You had used some of our products, right?
I'm calling this time I'm getting bad feedback. I'm calling this time because my sister-in-law, she had some examination done, and they found out that she's got like a mass on her chest.
Right.
So I've asked her to prepare her reports, which I'm going to send down to you.
Okay.
See what you can do to help.
Okay, good, no problem.
And she's due to have a biopsy, I think it's next week.
Okay.
So when we do get that report, we will send it down to you to see what you can do to help.
Okay, good, no problem. You have the number for the international consultant for the online?
Yes,
Yes, that's the 373-2388 number.
Yes, I have that.
Okay, good, no problem. So you do that, you get your information and send it for me, and I will work on that as efficiently and effectively as I can for you, because that's something serious.
Yeah, because I have my consult.
You have what?
Consultation with Miss Ramdin.
Oh, Miss Karishma, yes, Miss Karishma Ramdan.
Yes, I had myself and my friend Verna had a consultation with her just before Christmas.
Yes, good. And
we're just waiting now to get our shipment.
Okay, good, no problem.
Okay, so once I get that information, I'll send it down, and then I'll be looking forward to hear from your team.
Okay, great, no problem.
Okay, London, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can you tell us what time is it across there now? London?
Oh, I think she may have gone already. Yeah, so that's actually one of our clients from London. They're so nice of you for calling. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Delightful Girl. Yeah, Delightful Girl. My apologies. She says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson.
Some trouble, Jason.
Sorry?
The tongue is giving you some trouble.
Yeah, the tongue giving me some trouble, boy. She says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Do you treat folks with neuropathy? Yes, I do. I have a relative whose leg is in such pain she can't sleep. She has been advised to take B12, but is that all she needs? No, definitely that's not all she needs. Yeah, well, what you can do, the thing is, when you're dealing with neuropathy, well, you have two types. You have neuropathy that could be diabetic neuropathy. Neuropathy is nerve damage where you have a lot of problems with tingling, pins and needles, cramping in your calves, as they say, junjuni feeling. And the DJ Mamu was actually the first person in my life I heard with the term junjuni.
Yeah, junjuni.
Yeah, junjuni. Yeah, and with that, you can actually get some you could get some really debilitating cramps while you're sleeping and that type of thing. So we do correct that situation. Optimizer is a very good product for that. Optimizer is a product that actually is designed to help to improve blood circulation throughout the body, both pulmonary and systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation, of course, being above your heart, systemic circulation being below your heart. So that in itself now helps significantly in that neuropathy situation. So there are things that we could do to help. What you may have to do is reach out to the office so that at least we could have more information. I don't know if the person is a diabetic person, if they're on medication, whatever the case may be. And as a result of that, we'll have to get as much information as possible. But we have helped in that situation before. Okay, Miss Olivette McFarlane says it is 6:43 p.m. in London. And Josie Smith is actually from, yes, as she says, she's from East London, so we had her speaking to us there. Thank you so very much for that. Miss Shaquille Gill, or I should say, Shaquille Gill, I believe it's a boy, a gentleman, my apologies. I've been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis since 2007. Whoa. Yeah, there's something we can deal with that. The thing is, MS is an autoimmune condition that has a lot of different things, wrapped up in there. Definitely, you need to do some work on your gastrointestinal system. That is going to help significantly, simply because with your gastrointestinal system, that is the system that governs a lot of things in your body. So it really assists in helping with the proper assimilation and, most important, the elimination of waste in the body. If your colon is not functioning properly, you're going to be in a lot of issues. Pascal Trisha is saying cancer pain too. Yeah. Now in this case with the Instagram is looking, because you know Instagram, I don't have an Instagram account, or my business has an Instagram account, but not me, and that's something I have to correct this year. But it's the names that be so interesting. Michelle 7318 joined us. Miss Ramian Lizama has joined us as well. Ramian. Let me see. I'm looking to see. There was a question that was asked. Yes, Delightful Girl. So, Delightful Girl, I answered your question. I hope you were still on to hear me, because going at here, I realized, okay, she says, I have to reach out to her. To you, sorry. Thanks so much for the answer. Okay, good. So she heard the response that I gave. So Delightful Girl, let her know that we can help with that situation. It is not only the B12, but what she also needs to do, find out how much water she's drinking and tell her she needs to start to hydrate. Most people do not drink sufficient amounts of water. And she could always find out about the Alkagen water. We have that water available at any one of our offices. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's first floor of Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We also, and that telephone number for Chaguanas is 222. That's 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And Debe is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall. That's Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number for St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, 226-4553. For our online consultations, you could book online consultation with us. 1-868. That's 1-868-373-2388. Again, that's 1-868-373-2388. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. Delightful Girl says she's on another island, so she will have to get your product shipped to her. Okay, good. That's no problem. We can organize that for her. So, DJ Mamu, you could, of course, remind the listeners of the telephone number. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon again to our listeners on Facebook. On social media, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Facebook, on Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. One of the questions too, as well, let me just say, as I said, I want to touch a bit on immunity, but let me allow DJ Mamu to give the telephone numbers again, and then I'll continue.
Yes, the number to call right now, if you have issues with your health and you didn't get an opportunity in any other medium, this is the time to call right now. 337-2287 or WhatsApp 337-2287. For the international listeners, 1-868-337-2287. Get in your calls, your questions, and the answers will come from Dr. Jason Batson, who is a very seasoned and professional specialist when it comes to naturopathy. I used my tongue correct there, doctor?
Yes, you did. You quite correctly. Quite correctly.
I learned a lot from Dr. Jason Batson with respect to health, especially when it comes to drinking water. And not only drinking water, you must drink the correct brand of water if you want to get yourself in track. Mm-hmm. And if you can't really get the correct brand, but at least drink enough sufficient water. You heard? If you're 160 pounds and you should be drinking 80, half of that 80,
correct,
80 ounces of water per day.
Correct.
Not per night, but per day.
Correct.
Per day means from 6 to 6. So if you can divide the 12 hours into 80 ounces, that will give you a very nice figure as to how much you should be drinking every hour.
Definitely. Correct. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Ms. Donna.
One second, Doc. I have a message here coming from Frederica Joseph. And Frederica says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Hello, DJ Mamu. The question is, how often can I do the intermittent fasting? How often can I do the intermittent fasting? And this is a person who did call in, Frederica Joseph, some time back.
Yes.
And the question before was about the long-term and short-term memory in a person with dementia and Alzheimer's. That was a question when she came on the 3rd of November.
Okay.
You see, phones don't,
Yes, definitely.
This,
don't lie.
These phones, they keep all the information here.
Yes.
Right.
So she wants to know about intermittent fasting. Yeah. It depends on what goal you're trying to accomplish. If you are a diabetic and you want to do some adjustments to your system, I would suggest you do intermittent fasting twice for the week. You could do like maybe a Monday and like a Wednesday, or a Monday and a Thursday, to actually reset the body. Because what that actually helps is to basically reset your metabolism, and it helps the way your body digests food and that type of thing. Usually intermittent fasting, you could do 12 hours. There's a 16 hours, there's a 18 hours, there's a 24 hours. I don't recommend the 24 hours for diabetics though, at least not initially. Maybe you could do the 12 hours. So you have your meal. Your meal should be a small amount of complex carbohydrates, but higher percentage protein. And with that particular meal plan, what you really do is so let's say you have your meal at 6. You're going to fast for the next 12 hours. During that fast, ideally, every 2 hours, you drink a cup of hot tea or hot water. So that's actually going to prevent your body from building up a lot of gas and that type of thing in the system. And then what you do from there now is that you break fast 12 hours after, and you break fast only with protein and some vegetables. That's going to help you significantly, especially in losing a lot of gastro and that bad fat around the intestines and that type of thing. That's something you will do, and you will you realize that you're going to have some improvements there in things like your blood sugar levels. If you want to lose weight, your energy level is going to improve. Your sleep is also going to be better as well. Someone is asking a question here on Instagram. Let me just answer this question. Ja8 asked, Doc, could you touch a bit on prostate cancer? Yes, I can. Main causes? Prostate cancer, not all types of cancer or all types of diseases may have some genetic predisposition. There's a saying in medicine, genetic load the gun, lifestyle pull the trigger. I'll say it again. Genetics load a gun or the gun, lifestyle is going to pull the trigger. So you can come from a family, like me, for example, I come from a family that has a lot of diabetics. I am 43 years, I'm going to be 44 this year, God's willing. And my A1C, the last time I checked, was like about 4 point something. I am very careful with what I eat, exercise, diet, that type of thing. So that's what I meant when I said genetic loads the gun, lifestyle pull the trigger. As it relates to main causes of prostate cancer, meat. If you're someone who consumes a lot of meat, you need to be very careful. Why? Because meat encourages nitrogenous waste in the body, and that is very poisonous. So it could actually cause something known as auto-intoxication. Auto is self-intoxication, is poison. Excuse me. So what this can actually do is you can actually be auto-intoxicating yourself. So where you have the toxins just doing like that, circulating throughout the body, and that's going to cause a lot of problems, and it's going to cause problems in the prostate. Men who work in certain industries, if you work in oil and gas, if you work in things like auto mechanics, so you are a auto body mechanic, or you are a hairdresser. Hairdressers interact with a lot of different chemicals, because if they do in persons here, they deal with things with peroxide and different things in it. Nail techs could also have problems with cancer. So I'm just saying, prostate cancer, of course, we know refers to men, but I'm just saying in general, in terms of cancer in general, even ovarian, cervical cancer, that type of cancer, you have to look at the type of work you do, because occupation and occupational issues can seriously affect persons. So that's something that you want to pay very, very close attention to. What do we have for cancer? Do we have a question, DJ Mamu? Sorry?
There's a question coming from a gentleman from India.
India, oh, nice man.
And that's Raju Aswani. Well, he used to live in Trinidad, but he's across in India.
Okay.
They are 9.5 hours ahead, right?
Yes.
But once I'm up here, he wants to talk.
Oh, nice, man.
He says here, ask the doctor if when you reach a certain age, if you stop having intercourse, would that affect the prostate?
That's a good question, you know.
What he's trying, he's over almost 60 years, so we're trying to talk something about himself.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, the thing is, this is my personal view. If you could have intimacy up to your later years, well, God bless you. I always tell people that, because we know what that does to the brain with feel-good chemicals, endorphins, dopamine, whatever the case may be, right? So if you can do that and continue doing it, and then go right ahead, nobody is saying no.
What I believe he's trying to imply is that if you stop for a period of time, would the prostate having the cancer develop faster, or would you, if you continue having the intercourse, would that sort of push it aside or eliminate the chances of getting prostate cancer?
Well, if I tell you no, off the top of my head, I would say no. But what I'm going to do, the type of person I am, he has given me some homework. So I'm going to do some research. Yeah, I'm going to look at the latest studies and look at some things that they have there. And I'm going to see with that. Because the thing is with women, because any organ you have that you do not use could actually cause problems after a while. We know that. You know, as it relates to men, as men age, your prostate does slightly increase over a period of time. It does.
But doctor, in the other side now, with the woman,
right?
If they become inactive after a certain period, I'll give her some more homework there.
Right.
If she's inactive for, let's say, a couple of years, right, would that affect the development of anything like fibroids or what you call it, cancer of the womb, and all that kind of activity occurs? Less activity in the area.
I know definitely what, and as I said, I'm going to do some more research on that. I know it affects younger women in terms of, because for example, there are a lot of women who would have had very painful menstrual cycle. They may have problems with polycystic ovaries. They may have different issues. And when they start to be intimate, their period is better. What also happens to women too, as a gynecologist, a good gynecologist friend of mine would say, he says an inactive uterus can cause a lot of problems. So women, sometimes after they have children, then the problem solved. They have better menstrual cycle, they're healthier, that type of thing. So I know in that instance. But as I said, I'm going to do some extensive research on the opposite spectrum and see exactly what I come up with. Off the top of my head, I know that, of course, if you are intimate, as long as you can be, there are many health benefits associated with that. We know that. So I am going to think, of course, if you're not active, definitely it could have some drawbacks to that. As it relates to the specifics of the drawbacks, I'm going to do some research and I'm going to look at answering that question next week. Please God, or further answering the question next week. Let me just answer. Well, I know our time because we are. Yes. So what I could say. Yes, what I could say, Ms. Donna Howard, as it regards to the issue with the hiatus hernia, you need to get a chiropractor. I don't know if you know anyone in London. A hiatal hernia has to be manipulated by someone who is very good in physiotherapy or a chiropractor. So again, you guys, you have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. Look out for our program next week where we're going to be continuing our discussion. We're going to touch on immunity because I didn't get to do as much on immunity as I wanted today. And we're going to also talk about the questions as regards to when you get older, if inactivity or lack of intimacy can actually cause problems with cancer in both males and females. That's the question I have to answer for you guys. And of course, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. That telephone number again for Shagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And keep in mind those packages that we have with your live, your blood, and scan those of our overseas clients. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and all your information. Make sure and send that information to 1-868-373-2388. We're going to also have that posted on our social media, and as we're going to be able to speak to you guys. So do enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. It was a pleasure being with DJ Mamu. Thank you so very much, sir. And of course, look forward to next week, where again we'll be live on djmamuradiott.com from 2:05 to 3 p.m. DJ Mahmood, thank you very much, sir, and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
You're most welcome, Dr. Jason Batson of Jason Batson and Associates. Our program today live from as he's mentioned a while ago, 2:05. Let's make it 2:05 to 3 o'clock. Thursdays on djmamuradiott.com. Remember, if you have a question and you're shy, you can pose those WhatsApp messages for us, like Raju did a while ago, and get it explained. Know better things about your health, because your health is so important for you. It's your driving force in your life. Thank you again, Dr. Jason Batson. Best wishes to you and your family. Ensure that you have a good surgery when you remove that tooth.
Yes, sir.
And we have you speaking very well on Thursday next week. The tongue will be rolling left, right, and center. All the best to you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.
All right, bye.
Okay, social media. So we had a lot of questions. So let me see, Miss Carol Myers. Do you have coconut oil at St. James' office? No, Miss Carol Myers, not right now. We're actually in the process of sourcing some coconut oil again. So we're going to be having that in our St. James' office very soon. Miss Anne-Marie Simpson, a pleasant good afternoon to you. And you guys on, so the gentleman who asked about JAR 8, who asked about the prostate cancer, as I said, you know, the meat eaters, people who work in oil and gas, people who interact with chemicals, painters, people who work in agriculture. Once you're handling chemicals, you need to detoxify your body. I don't know what language to talk to you all again. There are a lot of persons who have lost their lives, who work in oil and gas and work in a lot of industries, and that shouldn't happen. It should not have happened. Once you work in a specific, our health and safety is crap in this place. It really is bad. It really is bad. You need to pay attention to yourself, and you need to mind your business. You need to mind your business. Okay, so we have had a very interesting, delightful girl. Thank you much, and have a good rest for the week. Thank you so very much, my dear. Josie Smith says, I sent the scan report. Okay, good. So one of the consultants will update me, and I will reach out to you. So social media, keep in mind yes.
Dr. A question, I have a question here about on the screen. Doesn't know about the influencer. I think, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it. Okay, there's this here. Miss Rambert Felix asks, that's Deslin. Rambert Felix says, what do you have for optic neuritis, inflammation of the optic nerve? Optimizer is a very good product. Your water, check your water. I don't know which part you locate, if it's Trinidad or outside. So I would suggest the Alkagen water. I would suggest the iOptics formula. I would suggest Optimizer. If you are not a 7-day Adventist and you do not have allergy to shell food, I would recommend the Omega with the astaxanthin. That's something that you could also check out as well. Keep in mind, when you're dealing with your eyes, people, you're not only dealing with this aspect of the eyes where you're just using drops, topical. You have to deal with the eyes internally as well. Remember, if you do not have proper brain circulation, it means that you are going to have problems with your eyes. Okay? Ms. Michelle Degan says, what do you have for backup in the colon on the right side, plus myoma on your belly button? What would you recommend? Yeah, I had answered this question before. I said, that's no problem. The Alkagen water, so you need to drink water. Well, I don't know if it's you or somebody. Let me just check something with this myoma. Yes, I know I'd seen that before. Myomas are also known as fibroids. Yeah, how could I forget that? Yeah, we do. Definitely do. The uterine, and well, that's a product we need to get back. Inflammation formula. Uterine Plus is a formula that we need to sort out as well too. That's a very good product. And we also carry Female Balance, uterine plus women's formula, very good product as well. So you can check out that, and we'll be able to help in that situation. Okay, guys, what I was going to say, we're going to have some lies that we're going to do. We're going to get a change of the way we do things, and we have sectioned it out in a whole list, which you guys will see as time goes by. So, you know, it's all about getting better, improving our best, that type of situation, and we will actually be able to address that for you guys. So it was a pleasure. Sunday, please God, we're going to organize on Sunday, please God. So you will be hearing from me Sunday. So we look forward to that, and we will actually be doing a program again, and of course we will be able to highlight certain things. You're going to be actually hearing some testimonies. There are some things we're doing. So Sunday is going to be a very, very interesting program for you guys. Okay, so it's always a pleasure to be in your company. Like us, share us. Remember, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT, and on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. God bless you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.